Good morning, class. Our second chapter, that is transmission media, we already started in a previous lecture. And in that chapter, we completed our guided media concept and their types. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss the unguided media and their types. Before going to start our second point, that is unguided media, first of all, recall the previous lecture's point one by one. In previous lecture, contents of previous lecture. In previous lecture, first of all, we learned the fiber optic cable. What is meant by fiber optic cable? Fiber optic cable is also called as optical fiber cable, and it is made from a glass or a plastic, and it transmits a signal in the form of light. Means it is a light pipe used to carry the light beam from one place to another place. Next point is the construction diagram of fiber optic cable. There are mainly 4 points in a fiber optic cable. First is 5 points in a fiber optic cable. First is a core, second is a cladding, third is a coating, fifth is a strengthening materials or strengthening fiber, and last is a cable jacket. Core is a physical medium that transports the optical data signals. Means core is used to transfer the data from an attached light source to a receiving device. And next is a cladding. Cladding is a thin layer surrounds the fiber core. And coating, next point is a coating. Coating is a plastic layer that surrounds the core and cladding. Strengthening fiber is a component which helps to protect core against the crushing forces and excessive tension during the installation. And cable jacket is a outer layer of fiber optic cable, and most of the fiber optic cables have an orange jacket, and although some types can have a black and yellow jacket. This is the construction of a fiber optic cable, and fiber optic cable having a 5 main components, that is core, cladding, coating and strengthening fiber and cable jackets. Next point is the characteristics of fiber optic cable. Fiber optic cables having 4 characteristics. First is it uses light. Means fiber optic cable is a light pipe which is used to carry a light beam from one place to another place. Next is a less error. Means no affected by electric interference. Means it has a much lower attenuation. It having data rates from 100 Mbps to 2 Gbps, means that it can provide extremely high bandwidth in the range from 100 to 2 Gbps because of light has a much higher frequency than the electricity. Next point is the data rate of 3.5 Gbps over a distance of 318 km without repeaters using. Means that it can carry a signal to longer distance without using a amplifiers and repeater in a between. This is the characteristics of fiber optic cable. Next point is the advantages and disadvantages of fiber optic cable. Less signal attenuation is the advantage of fiber optic cable. Noise resistance, it is light in weight. More immunity tapping or more reliability it uses for a long distances. This is the advantages of fiber optic cable. Disadvantage of fiber optic cable is installation and maintenance is required expertise that is not yet available everywhere, and the propagation of light is a unidirectional, and the fiber optic cable is more expensive, and limited physical arcs or cable to cable. Means it is a limited physical arc of a cable. Next point is the applications of fiber optic cable. There are many applications where the fiber optic cables are used. First of all, in a medical field it is used. For a defense and government field it is also used. Fiber optic cable. Data storage purpose it is used. Telecommunication purpose it is used for transmitting and receiving the data. Networking, in a networking also fiber optic cables is used, and broadcasting CATV it is a means fiber optic cable is used. This is the applications of fiber optic cable. Next point is the propagation modes of fiber optic cable. Propagation modes means an optical fiber guides the light waves in a distinct pattern called as a mode, and mode describes the distribution of light energy across the fiber. In fiber optics terminology, the word mode simply means a path. And there are mainly two modes, that is single mode and second is a multi-mode. Single mode means what? If mode having a one path for a light transmission is called as a single mode, and if there are more than one path, it is called as a multi-mode. Multi-mode can be implemented in a two forms, that is step index mode or a graded index mode. And the last point of previous lectures is the difference between twisted pair cable, coaxial cable and fiber optic cable. There are many different points in a coaxial, twisted pair and fiber optic cable. First is that twisted pair cable is uses the electrical signal for a transmission. Coaxial cable also use the electrical signal, but fiber optic cable uses the optical signal for a transmission. It is means a twisted pair cable affected by EMI and noise. Coaxial cable is less affected by EMI and noise, and fiber optic cable is not affected by EMI and noise. These are the various points or various different points or comparison of a guided media, that is twisted pair cable, coaxial cable and fiber optic cable. Let us see today's content of today's lecture. First is a unguided media. In that we'll discuss what is meant by unguided media and types of unguided media, as well as propagation modes of unguided media. Next is a radio wave. Unguided media. Types of unguided media is one of the radio wave is a type of unguided media, and what is meant by antenna and concept of antenna. Let us see one by one what is meant by unguided media and their types. First point is a unguided media. It is also called as unbounded media or wireless media. For a long distance broadcasting transmission, unguided media like microwave links are chosen. Unguided media is also called as unbounded media or a wireless media. It is also called as unbounded or a wireless media. Unguided media relates to the data transmission through the air, or it is commonly referred to as a wireless. And physically, there is no direct physical connection between the 2 points, such as microwave and the satellite links. In wireless communication or in a wireless media is not in the form of an electrical or optical conductors, so that in of the most cases the Earth's atmosphere is used as a physical path to carry the data from sender to receiver. So it is called as a wireless communication. Unguided media consists of unguided media uses the electromagnetic signals to send the data, and the signal propagate in the form of electromagnetic waves. And unguided media consists of a means for a data signal to travel, but nothing to guide them along a specific path. In unguided media, the data signal are not bound to a cable media, so it is called as a unbounded media. It is also referred as wireless communication. Let us see one by one theory of a unguided media. Unguided media is also called as a unbounded media because the data signal are not bound to a cabling media. Next point is for long distance broadcasting transmission, unguided media like microwave links are chosen. For a long distance broadcasting transmission, microwave links are chosen, Next point is the unguided media transports the electromagnetic waves without using a physical conductor. For transporting electromagnetic waves, it cannot use a physical conductor. This type of communication often referred to as a wireless communication. Signals are normally broadcast through a free space and thus are available to anyone who has a device capable of receiving them. Wireless transmission that sends the signal through air or space without any physical wire. Common uses of wireless data transmission includes the pager, cellular telephone, microwave transmission, communication satellites, mobile data network, personal digital assistants, and the television remote controls. Mainly or common use of wireless data transmission is a pager. Includes is a pager. Pager means what? Pager is also known as a beeper, or it is a wireless telecommunication device that receives and displays alphanumeric or voice messages. One-way pager commonly used or can only receive the messages while responsive pages. And two-way pager can also acknowledge or reply to or originate a message using an internal transmitter. This is a pager. Information about the pager. And the wireless data transmission includes pager, cellular telephones, microwave transmission, communication satellites, mobile data networks, personal digital assistants, and television remote controls. Next point is the propagation methods. Propagation means what? When a signal reaches the receiver from the transmitter in a single path without suffering any reflection, diffraction, or scattering, that is known as a propagation. Or the propagation means the behavior of a radio waves as they travel or propagated from one point to another point into a various parts of atmosphere is called as a propagation methods or propagations. Unguided signals travels from source to destination in a several ways. It is known as a propagation. It travels from source to destination in a several ways or in a various parts of atmosphere is called as a propagation method. There are three types of propagation method. First is a ground propagation, second is a sky propagation, and third is a line of sight propagation. Before understanding the different types of wireless communication, let us first understand the ways in which wireless signals travels. These signals can be sent or propagated in the following three ways, namely that is ground propagation, second is the sky propagation, or third is a line of sight propagation. First is a ground propagation, second is the sky propagation, and third is the line of sight propagation. Ground propagation is a type of radio propagation which is also known as a surface wave propagation. First of all, we'll see the definition of ionosphere or what is meant by ionosphere. Ionosphere means what? The outermost layer of the Earth's atmosphere. It is the outermost layer of the Earth's atmosphere which contains high concentration of the ions and free electrons and is able to reflect the radio waves. Means ionosphere is able to reflect the radio waves, and it is outer layer of Earth's atoms which contains the high concentration of ions and free electrons. So it is called as a ionosphere. Let us see one by one what is meant by ground propagation, sky propagation, and line of sight propagation. First of all, ground propagation. Ground propagation is the type of radio propagation which is also known as a surface waves, and the ground propagation or ground wave carries a frequencies up to 2 megahertz. This wave propagate over the Earth's surface in a low and a medium frequencies. These are mainly used for transmission between the surface of Earth and a ionosphere. And the application of ground wave propagation is it is used in a military and to submarines, and in a AM, FM and a television broadcasting it is used, and ground wave propagation follows the curvature of the Earth, and ground wave propagation have carrier frequencies up to 2 megahertz. Let us see the theory of ground propagation. Radio waves travels through the lowest portion of the atmosphere. This is the ground propagation. Ground propagation, and the waves or carrier frequencies up to 2 megahertz. Next point is sky propagation. Sky propagation means what? The electromagnetic waves emitted by the transmitting antenna are received after being reflected from the ionosphere are called as a sky propagation. And the waves with the frequency ranges from 2 megahertz to 30 megahertz can be propagated by this method. An example of sky propagation is the CB radio, means a citizens band radio. What is meant by CB radio? CB radio means citizens band radio, and it is used in many countries and is a land mobile radio system. This system allowing a short distance person to person bidirectional voice communication between an individual. Means it is a device used in many countries, is a land mobile radio system. Let us see the theory of sky propagation. Radio waves radiates to the ionosphere, then they are reflected back to the Earth. Let us see diagram of a sky propagation. Its frequency or it ranges from 2 to 30 megahertz. First of all, radio waves radiate to the ionosphere. It radiates to the ionosphere, and then they reflects back to the Earth, is called as a sky propagation. Next point is a line of sight propagation. What is meant by line of sight propagation? The electromagnetic waves emitted by transmitter antenna travel directly from the transmitting antenna to the receiving antenna are called as a space wave or a line of sight propagation, and this type of propagation is also called as a space wave propagation, and it is used for a LOS, means line of sight communication, and in a satellite communication. Let us see theory of line of sight communication or line of sight propagation. It is in straight lines directly from antenna to antenna, means it is communication or these waves emitting by the transmitter antenna travels directly from transmitting antenna to the receiving antenna. Let us see. This is the directly from antenna to antenna communication, and this method is used for transmission of waves in a very high frequency band and the ultra high frequency band microwaves. And the example of this communication is TV signal can only be propagated through the space wave communication. This is the ground wave propagation, sky wave propagation, and line of sight propagation. Next point is the electromagnetic spectrum for a wireless communication. The wireless communication ranges from 3 kHz to 9000 terahertz for a wireless communication. The electromagnetic spectrum ranging from 3 kHz to 900 terahertz used for wireless communication. This is the communication band for a unguided media, that is 3 kHz from to 300 gigahertz is a radio wave and a microwave communication band, and above the 300 gigahertz to 400 terahertz, it is the infrared communication band, and above 400 terahertz to 900 terahertz, it is a light wave propagation or a light wave band. The figure shows the communication band for a unguided media or radio communication band. In this figure, VLH means a very low frequency, and it ranges from 3 to 30 kilohertz. Next is a low frequency. It is ranges from 30 to 300 kilohertz. Next is a MF. MF means a middle frequency, or it is also called as a medium frequency, and ranges from 300 kilohertz to 3 megahertz. High frequency. Next is a high frequency, that is HF. It ranges from 3 megahertz to 30 megahertz. Next is a VHF. VHF means a very high frequency, ranges from 30 megahertz to 300 megahertz. Next is a ultra high frequency, ranges from 300 megahertz to 3 gigahertz. And next is a SHF, that is super high frequency, ranges from 3 gigahertz to 30 gigahertz. And last is a extremely high frequency, which ranges from 30 gigahertz to 300 gigahertz. This is a radio communication band used for radio communication, microwave and satellite communication. Next point is the bands using propagation methods. This table shows the frequency band and their applications in detail. This is the bands using propagation methods. Let us see one by one band and their applications. First is the VLH, that is very low frequency waves, and the range from 3 to 30 kilohertz, and the propagation is a ground propagation or a surface propagation. And the application, it is used for a long range radio navigation and submarine communication. The VLH waves propagate as a surface waves, usually through air, but sometimes also through water. VLH waves do not suffer the attenuation, but atmospheric noise affects them. And VLH waves are usually used for a long range radio navigations and submarine communications. Next point is a LF. LF means a low frequency. It ranges from 30 kilohertz to 300 kilohertz. This LF waves also propagate as a surface wave, means it is a ground wave propagation, and attenuation is higher during the daytime. And these waves are used for long range radio navigations and navigation locators. Next is the MF. MF means a middle frequency, and the range from middle frequency is 300 kilohertz to 3 megahertz. And the middle frequency waves rely on line of sight antennas, means it is a skywave propagation to increase and control absorption problems. And these waves are used for AM radio as well as radio direction finding and emergency frequencies. Next is the HF. HF means a high frequency, and it having range from 3 megahertz to 30 megahertz. And HF wave are used for radio or citizens band radio, for internal broadcasting, in military communication, telephone, telegraph communication, ship, aircraft communication. It is used high frequency band. Next is the VHF. VHF means a very high frequency, and it ranges from 30 megahertz to 300 megahertz. And very high frequency waves uses a line of sight propagation, means a sky propagation, and it is used for very high frequency television communication, FM radio communication, aircraft AM radio, and aircraft navigation. Next point is the ultra high frequency waves, and it is ranges from 300 megahertz to 3 gigahertz, and it is line of sight propagation. And the ultra high frequency waves uses the line of sight propagation, and they are used for television, mobile, television, mobile, staging, and satellite and microwave links. Next is a super high frequency waves, and it ranges from 3 gigahertz to 30 gigahertz, and our waves are transmitted as either line of sight propagation or into a space propagation. They are also used for terrestrial and satellite microwave and a radar communication. It is used in a satellite communications. Next is the EHF. EHF means what? Extremely high frequency waves are transmitted into a space, means a line of sight propagation, and are used for scientific applications such as radar and the satellite or experimental communication. It is used in a satellite or specialized radars, that is EHF. Next point is a unguided media, unbounded media, and wireless media. Unguided media, unbounded or wireless media means unguided media is also called as wireless communication or a unbounded media that transfers the electromagnetic waves without using any physical conductor is called as a unguided media. Their unguided media having a three types, that is radio wave, microwave, and infrared communication. Let us see first of all radio wave. What is mean by radio waves? Radio waves are omnidirectional, means that they travel in all directions from the source. Because of this property, transmitter and receiver need not to be aligned. And the radio wave can penetrate the buildings easily, so that they are widely used for communication for both indoors and outdoor communication. At the high frequency, radio waves tends to travel in a straight line and bounces off the obstacles. Radio waves widely used for AM and FM radio, television, cordless telephone, cellular phones, paging, and wireless LANs. The radio waves is a transmission of signals through the free space by modulation of electromagnetic waves with the frequency. Next, the radio waves have a frequency between 3 kHz and 1 GHz. They are also absorbed by a rain, and at all frequencies, radio waves are subject to interference from motors and other electrical equipments. In high frequency and in a very high frequency bands, ground waves are absorbed by the earth. In these bands or frequency, radio waves are radiated upward into the ionosphere, where they are reflected back to the earth. Let us see the theory of radio waves. First is radio waves are omnidirectional, means that they travel in all directions from source. Because of this property, transmitter and receiver need not to be aligned. Next, in HF means high frequency and very high frequency bands, ground waves are absorbed by the earth, and in these bands or frequency, radio waves are radiated upward into ionosphere, where they are reflected back to the earth as shown in figure. This is the radio waves. Next is these radio waves have frequencies between 3 kHz and 1 GHz. Used for multicasting means multi-way communication. It is used such as radio, television, and paging system, as well as it is used in a cordless radio, wireless LANs. The very high frequency radio waves that reaches the ionosphere, which is a layer of charged particles approximately 400 to 500 km above the Earth's surface are refracted by it and sent back to the Earth. These bands are used by the radio operators to talk over a long distances also, and it is used for a military radio communications. Means radio waves is used in a military radio communications. Next point is radio waves can penetrate the buildings easily, means it cross the buildings easily, so that widely used for indoors as well as for outdoors communications. Next point is advantages of radio waves. First is simpler than a microwave. It is simpler than microwave. Next is it is cheap than the other wave communication or a transmission. It has a high speed or a high bandwidth, and it covers a large area because it is used in AM, FM radios, television, cordless telephone and cellular phones, paging and wireless LANs. Disadvantages of these radio waves is it travels in a straight line, so repeater stations may be needed because it travels in a straight line. Next, a limited number of frequency bands. It have a limited number of frequency bands. Next is a greater power consumptions. It requires high power consumptions. This is the disadvantage of radio wave communication. Next point is the limited spectrum of frequency. Next point is the antennas. Antenna having two types, that is transmitting antenna and receiving antenna. The first transmitter antenna first converts the data signal into the electromagnetic waves and transmit them using a suitable antenna. And the receiving antenna receives them using a receiving antenna and converts the EM waves into a data signal again. Let us see what is meant by antenna. This is the antenna. We also called as a dish antenna. There antenna having two types, that is transmitting antenna and receiving antenna. First of all, let us see the theory of antennas. An antenna is a structure that is generally a metallic object. It is a structure that is a metallic object, may be a wire or group of wires used to convert high frequency current into the electromagnetic waves. It is used to convert high frequency current into electromagnetic waves. Antenna are two types. First is a transmission antenna or transmitting antenna. It transmits the radio frequency from the transmitter, and the radio frequency then convert to electromagnetic energy by the antenna and radiate into a surrounding environment. Means that transmitter first converts the data signal into the electromagnetic waves and then transmit them using a suitable antenna. Next point is the reception antenna, or it is also called as a receiver antenna. This is the electromagnetic energy get in antenna, and then antenna converts the radio frequency to electrical energy and then goes to the receiver. Means that the receiver receives them using a receiving antenna and converts EM into a data signal and then goes to a receiver side. This concept is shown in figure, or this is a dish antenna as shown in figure. Both antennas can be used for both purposes, or same antennas can be used for both the purpose. Means for receiving and transmitting a signal it is used, or for this both purposes the antenna are used. This is all about the antennas. In this lecture we discussed the concept of radio waves, unguided media, and the radio waves is a type of unguided, means a wireless media, and the antenna, concept of antenna and the propagations, means the skywave propagation, line of sight propagation, and the ground wave propagation. Thank you.